Good afternoon and welcome back to my podcast, Rising Up with Robbie. So glad that you could join me again today. I have a very special guest with me, Derrick Lewis.
How y'all doing out there?
Derrick is with New Life.
New Life Bracelet. I'm one of the patient advocates.
Yeah. They're actually the company who measured my legs for my prosthetics and built my prosthetics. So I thought I would ask Derrick here today to talk a little bit about how that's done, but also get a little background on Derrick. I've known Derrick by phone for probably
about a year? Half, something.
Yeah, probably a year and a half. Yeah.
I was at home after I had my left leg amputated last year, and I pretty much talked to you on the phone all that time. So
that's right.
Finally get to meet you today.
Derrick is a patient advocate. And what that means is?
Well, my job is to see patients at the hospitals after we get referrals from the surgeons or the primary care before and after amputation. And we continuously follow up with that patient every week. We call it our amputee program. And once they're discharged from the hospital, I'll keep calling on them every week until they get their staples removed and it's time to schedule an appointment with our practitioner at our local offices. And that's when the process starts for their prosthetic.
It's a big job, isn't it?
Oh yeah, but it's very fulfilling because I get to talk to folks and give them hope to let them know it's not the end of the world after you lose a limb.
No. We know that personally, don't we?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Now, Derrick, you had your left leg amputated. No, your right leg amputated first. Is that correct?
Yes, I got a blood clot on my 35th birthday in 2007. My birthday was June 30th. I missed my birthday. I missed the 4th of July. He removed the clot from behind my knee, and from July to September, still no blood flow to my foot, and pretty much it was like a toothache times a million. So by September, it was time for him to amputate. I couldn't take the pain anymore, and that was September 13th of 2007. And when he amputated my right leg, Dr. Martin told me I had the same issue in my left leg, and he actually gave me 6 years with my left leg, but it lasted roughly 13 years before I had to have it amputated. And I had already made that decision years ago. If it got to the point of my right leg, it was going to come off. You know.
Are both of them below the knee amputations?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
They're difficult at best, the below the knee amputations, but I think they're less problematic
That's the above the knee.
than the above the knee.
It's a lot easier when you still have your knee. You get that mobility, you know, and your gait kind of gets back to normal. But with an above the knee, it's a little bit harder because you have to actually kind of use your buttocks and your muscles to kind of actually swing that knee out to actually lock. And so you can get your regular gait back. But
yeah,
it's harder, but it's not impossible.
Right. Now I know that you're thriving because you just got a car with hand
controls in it. Yeah, I've been driving with the hand controls for maybe 2 months now. I hadn't got on the highway yet. I strictly drive from Texas City to Clear Lake on Highway 3. I'm kind of nervous about the highway, but pretty much I'm gonna have to do it sooner or later, and I just got to get over those nerves.
What kind of learning curve was involved with that?
Wow, with the hand controls, you got the hand control on my left side, and I'm driving with my right, so you really have no time to really do anything with your hands. You can't answer your phone, mess with the radio or anything like that. Luckily I have the controls on my steering wheel, but I really don't want to take my hand off to mess with the radio, and because it's more, you have to pay a lot of attention now. And that's when I have to get over that little hump, especially if I want to get back on the highway.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen. I trust myself. I gotta find the right time to do it.
So the accelerator and the brake are both on the left?
It's on the left because I'm right-handed. So it's push to brake, pull to accelerate.
Oh.
So I mean, that's why if you're like in traffic, I hadn't really been in bad traffic yet, but you have to pay attention just enough so you can allow yourself to stop and then take off too. I mean, actuality is just like when you're driving with your feet. You have to keep that distance between cars just in case they stop. So now it's like extra cautious now for me.
Sure.
Because I don't want to have to, your reaction to push it and you hit it too hard is, I try to avoid that.
Do you find your reactions, your reflexes are any slower than before when you drove?
No, not slower. It's just, like I said, it's just more, I'm more cautious now.
Okay.
And I'm paying attention a lot more. Even when I'm switching lanes, it's kind of hard to take your eyes off the wheel and look to the side. It's just, because with your feet, you can kind of hit your brakes if you have to.
Sure.
Now it's like, I got to look what I'm doing now. So it's more, I got to just train myself a little bit more.
Sure.
I'll get it.
Sure. Well, what kind of challenges did you have after your first leg was amputated and then after your second?
Oh, man.
Big question, huh?
But honestly, Miss Murphy, I really didn't have too much challenges. I'm not going to brag, but I kind of took to it quick. I mean,
good.
I was out and about on my crutches, back shooting pool before I even got my prosthetic.
Wow.
I would lean my crutch on the pool table, put my stump in my crutch, and that was my extra leg. I mean, and I did that before I got my prosthetic, and it was just second nature.
What do they call you, a pool shark?
Some of my friends do call me that, though. But I mean, I really didn't have too much challenges. And, well, just getting my endurance back up. I know that first month or two, after wearing it and walking all day and getting home, I was exhausted. Because you don't realize how much energy you use with this prosthetic. Just with me getting up here, walking to the door, with just that one missing, I was using maybe 35% more energy, and now it's doubled.
Yeah.
So now when I get home, it's just, I'm exhausted. But
Yeah.
I'm getting better.
Yeah, that's what I've found. Of course, I'm early in the process of walking, but just standing and and getting your balance.
Yep, that's the challenge I have right now. Like even going to the dollar store, if I know I'm going in there to get something quick, it's fine. But if I'm in there kind of with a list, it's hard for me to just kind of balance myself out. And this one starts, not saying getting numb on me, it's just the weight of it. And then I have to kind of lean on the pole or something, or find me a seat and just, it's aggravating, but it kind of comes with it.
It's doable.
Yeah, it's doable.
Yeah, it's doable. And that's what I like to tell everyone out there who's going through a similar problem. Don't give up.
No.
It's going to be tough in the beginning, but you can do this. Right?
Yeah. I mean, you pretty much get back to how you used to be. You just get to take your legs off and put them back on in the morning. I mean, I don't really think about it too much, honestly. It's just...
You just live.
Yeah, just everybody kind of used to it now. Nobody really pays attention to it anymore, so, which is fine with me. I'm good with that.
Well, being a recent amputee, I'm amazed at how well you walk.
Everybody says that.
If you had slacks on, he's got shorts on today, if you had slacks on, I would not know that you're a bilateral amputee.
Wow. I mean, a lot of people stop me outside of our office building and tell me that, and I'm just like, I'm not doing anything different. I just like one lady told me she likes my swagger.
Sure, I like your swagger.
Yeah, she said, you walk pretty good in those prosthetics. And I was like, I guess, thank you, and it's just weird. I guess I don't think about it anymore, honestly. It's just, I just get up and walk. And that's how I did with this one. With these two now, I hadn't even used a cane. Last time I used a cane was maybe 2 months ago. I felt like it was hindering me. I felt like I was leaning on it too much, and I was just like, just put it up, Derrick, and just walk. If you fall, you fall.
Right.
Yeah, but I hadn't fallen yet, so.
Oh, don't fall.
I'm good on that one, so.
Yeah.
But man, I don't see myself any different. Really, honestly, I don't. I mean, this is me now, and no sense for me to change my personality. I'm a big goofball anyway, and this just kind of helped my sense of humor. So.
Yeah. Well, did you find yourself being stared at by others?
More of the kids. And the kids, you know, they don't know. They just, hey, look at him with the robot legs, and the parents like, quit doing that. But it don't bother me, but I've had adults just kind of stare at me, like in Walmart or somewhere, and I want to just tell them like, hey, just ask me. I'd rather you just
ask me what
happened, because I can feel you staring at me. But, which is okay, but it's like sometimes it's, I'm not saying nerve-wracking, it's just a weird feeling.
It is a weird feeling.
Yeah, I just rather you just ask me.
Yeah. We'll talk about
Yeah,
it. Just
yeah.
let me know what your thoughts are.
And I've bumped into people in the stores and, hey, Derrick, hey, sir, I got one. And they'll pull up the pants leg, and I couldn't tell either. You know, it's just, it's weird. But
yeah, it's an interesting life.
yeah.
It's a change in your life, but again, you will learn how to walk.
Yeah. And if you have to use a cane, it's okay. Nothing wrong with using a cane or a walker, as long as you're upright and out of the wheelchair. And if you have to use the wheelchair, there's nothing wrong with that either.
Yeah.
You know? Even if we have to go somewhere and it's a long walk, I'll bring my wheelchair just in case.
Just in
Yeah.
case. Yeah.
Because I don't want to slow everybody else down. And I'll just get it out the trunk, and if I have to, I'll roll myself around in it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's the life of an amputee.
Yeah. Life changes a little bit,
Yeah.
but
I think it changes if you allow it to change you. You know, I don't think I hadn't changed my personality. Like I said, I'm still the same person, goofy, and it's just me.
you're just Derrick.
Yeah, I'm just Derrick. And you know, like my coworkers tell me, like, just by me being a patient advocate for New Life, it's kind of like they feel like that was my calling, I guess you want to say, because I'm a people person, and it kind of coordinates with my personality, and it works out fine, you know. And we've had patients, man, I still talk to from when I first started in 2010.
Wow.
Yeah, so.
Well, that's one of the reasons I started this podcast, is to reach out to people with similar problems.
Yeah.
I may not hit everyone, but if I can get one person to pay attention to what our life is like, and pay attention to what we do, and they decide to live, I've done my job.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. You're right. It makes a lot of sense too, and that's why I like my job.
Yeah.
It's just by walking in and seeing the patients is awesome. And then they look down, hey, you got two. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't even tell. And then, you know, it's so funny because I want to walk like Derrick. You know, I'm like, well, we got to get you up, get you some therapy. And we've had patients coming in our office, and I'm like, man, you walking good. You know, thanks to you, Derrick, and you know.
That
no
makes
problem.
you feel
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
But I consider myself a humble person. I don't really kind of toot my own horn like that. I just look at it as that's what I do, and I think that's what I'm here for.
Well, you're a very awesome person.
Thank you, Miss Murphy.
And you do your job well. Although I did not get to meet Derrick personally,
Yeah.
we talked, like he said, for probably a year and a half.
Year and a half, probably, yeah.
And he was very helpful to me, even on the telephone, telling me, don't give up, make sure you get your prosthetics checked.
Yeah. It's like having a car.
Yeah.
You got to get it maintenance. Some people, if it started hurting them, they put it in the closet and they don't mess with it anymore, when they could just give us a call and, hey, it's not fitting me right. Well, let's get you in and see Brent, Jake, Ryan, Josh, and let's fix it for you.
Okay.
Because, I mean, we have to wear this all day, and if it's not fitting you right, it'll throw your whole day off, and you're not going to want to wear it.
Get it adjusted.
Yeah, get it adjusted, fixed. You may need a new socket. You may want to try a different system that's comfortable for you. So, yeah.
Yeah, what are the different systems?
Oh, you got, well, as for below the knee, you have the pin lock system, which you have a liner, and it has a pin connected to it, and then you have a locking mechanism inside the socket. So when you step in, it makes like 4 clicks.
That's what I have.
Yeah, you have that system.
Yeah.
And you just press the button to release. And you have suction like on this leg, which is just a sleeve, suspension sleeve. I pull up.
Oh.
And it comes off.
Oh.
And then I roll it back on. And I get to walking and it never comes off.
And you're ready to go again.
Yeah. And now this system, I have a vacuum.
You have a vacuum.
Yes, ma'am. This is a vacuum system. With this right one, I have a pump connected to it right
Oh.
here. So as I'm walking, it takes the air out the socket and it gives me a tighter fit. I like the
Wow.
vacuum system. I've
You
been
like
wearing this
that?
system maybe 8 years now, possibly. And I like that tight fit. Now, I had to get used to it at the beginning because once that pump starts working, it'll squeeze you to the point to where it'll hurt you, you know. But some of our patients don't like that. Some of our patients like the pin lock system.
Uh-huh.
Just to hear that click noise,
Yeah.
it gives them that security. I tried it for about a week and a half, and it wasn't my preference. That's just my decision. I didn't like it too much, but I like the vacuum, you know.
Okay.
But I'm about to switch to the vacuum on this one. I was gonna wait a year, but I might as well try it out now and then.
Get used to it.
Yeah, get used to it. But the vacuum, I wouldn't trade it for nothing else, honestly.
Looks like it would be a lot easier to get on.
Yeah, but once, like I say, once you start walking, that pump works pretty quick, and then you can just feel the tightness and it's holding on to you.
Oh.
Yeah. With a vacuum system like this, if it's working well, I can hang upside down with this leg and it wouldn't come off.
Oh my God.
It wouldn't come off, really. It wouldn't come off.
Wow.
But yeah, man, I'm just, you know, I still kind of surprise myself. I'm not gonna say surprised, just kind of like in awe. I'm like, man, I'm actually an amputee. Both my legs are gone.
Gone.
Yeah.
And
I
I'm
still
walking.
and I still kind of have to get my mind around it. But like I say, I get up in the morning, and I have them on the side of the bed, I put them on, and they're pretty much on all day.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still have phantom pain in the
yeah.
right leg.
I
You still have it
I
too?
still get them.
Oh,
Oh,
but
yeah.
I have to talk to my foot and say, you're not any longer there. Go away. You can't be hurting.
Yeah, some people say it's your brain still trying to send that signal. Then it's your nerves in your back also. Mm-hmm. But it's a weird feeling. I still get the itch, like my ankles are itching or my toes itch.
Uh-huh.
And if I do get a phantom pain, it's more like an electrical shock.
Oh, yeah.
It kind of makes me jump sometimes. So it's just weird. A couple of months ago, this one here was giving me bad phantom pains, my left side. It was like it would linger on for like 10 seconds, 15 seconds, and it was just, yeah, it was bad.
Yeah.
But it hadn't happened in a while, so.
Well, that's good. That's good. Yeah, when I first had my left leg amputated, it was because I had gangrene.
Ah.
And the gangrene was so painful. I told him, I said, please take it off.
Take it out.
But
Yeah.
I had gangrene pains in my foot.
You still feel the same pain. Yep.
Uh-huh.
Exactly. It's so weird how that happens.
It's weird, yeah.
I even sometimes if I'm sitting on the bed without my legs on and somebody wants to sit down, I want to move my feet, but it's not there. And I still have to catch myself. Oh man, my foot is not there. Like, I make jokes about it, Miss Murphy.
There are some humorous issues with
yeah.
what we
Oh,
deal
yeah.
with. There are.
It is. I was doing funny shirts for amputees a while back. I need to start doing it again. But I even joked with my mom. She was like, yeah, you're going to be 50 next month. I said, actually, Mom, I'm going to be 25 because I'm missing my legs. She didn't think that was funny.
I like that. So that means I can go back now. Yeah.
I'm 25, Mom. But I don't know. That's how I look at it. I think my sense of humor helps me out a lot. And I don't let it bother me too much. It could be worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be worse. I'm still here and I see my grandkids, my kids. They don't even see me no different. Yeah, nobody doesn't even look at me. It's like, oh, hey, Derrick, and everybody's looking at me here now. They don't look down anymore. So
Yeah.
but I think one of my buddies was like, man, this couldn't have happened to a better person. I'm like, what? He said, no, I didn't mean it in that way. You just accepted it. You know?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I said, well, man, I was in a lot of pain, man. I'm telling you, I had no other choice.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's like a bad toothache. It's got to come out. Yeah. So.
When the pain hurts you that bad, it's time to do something.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I find that I forget I have my legs on.
that's happened before too. Yep.
Uh-huh.
Yep. That
And then if I'm in my wheelchair, the techs take me around the corner and I'm like, whoops,
Yeah.
I better pull up my legs. So,
Well, man, this is awesome, Miss Murphy.
well, Derrick, I truly thank you so much for being here today. I had a lot of fun.
Thank you, Miss Murphy. I
Yeah.
finally get to meet you in person. So
Yeah,
that
finally.
is awesome. That is
Finally.
awesome. Man.
Always remember, guys, to put some messages in the area below. Any questions, any comments you want to make about your experiences, I will respond. So please go out there and make it a good day, and we'll talk again next week. Thank you.